You that love lovers, this is your home. Welcome. In the midst of making form, love made this form that melts form with love for the door, soul the vestibule. When I am with you, we stay up all night. When you're not here, I can't go to sleep. Praise love for these two insomnias and the difference between them. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. We are the mirror as well as the face in it. We are tasting the taste this minute of eternity. We are pain and what cures pain, both. We are the sweet, cold water and the jar that pours. Cora and Cam, as you know, no minister, no priest, no rabbi, no public official can marry you. Only you can marry yourselves. By a mutual commitment to love each other, to work toward creating an atmosphere of care and consideration and respect, by a willingness to face the tensions and anxieties that underlie human life, you can make your wedded life come alive. We are here today then to celebrate the love which Cora and Cam have for each other and to give social recognition to their decision to accept each other totally and permanently. They have invited us to their wedding because we are all people whom they care about, count on, look up to, and enjoy. When Cora and Cam make their pledge to one another, I invite you to make your pledge to them. If they ever need me, I will be there. And we'll take a minute now and pause for a moment in silence, and we remember also the elders who have gone before, who are with us in spirit, Bud and Alice Bunker, George, Jow, Robert Taylor, Marcella Pfeiffer, Peta and Ma, Alexara, and those whom we name now in the stillness of our hearts. Thank you. I'd like to invite Emeka forward, who's going to share stories we want to hear.
Flip it on.
Can you hear me now? Okay, guys. I'll be honest here, I had a whole thing planned, some jokes and stuff, but I'm overcome with emotion at this time. So I'm going to cut it down pretty quickly so we can continue with this beautiful ceremony. So my name is Nathan Camille. I met Cam and Cora when I was doing Teach for America with them in 2011. And real quick, because anyone here is show of hands who spent time in Mississippi or Arkansas? Exactly. So that's one of the jokes. Okay. So the area in general, generally impoverished. You know, can you guys hear me?
Speak.
Cool. You're all right. Yeah, it's all good. Okay. The area in general, pretty impoverished, under-resourced, and geographically remote. And it was a place where the moment that we opened our mouths, our students, their parents, and our community members would know that we were outsiders. It was a very stressful time, but during that time, Cam and Cora were our rock. There are a few of us here asking any questions, but it was a place where we would drive 2.5 hours every weekend just to see each other, just to keep each other sane. We would regularly, every 3-day weekend, plan a trip to New Orleans or Nashville, or of course to see Cam in Oxford. And we could always rely on Cam and Cora to herd us like cats from the bars back to safety. It was a really trying time, but with that came really strong bonds of friendship and of course love. And I think it's indicative of me being here today and speaking to you. This is only the second time that I've seen them since we finished that time. in 4 years ago in Teach for America. And more so, I think it's indicative that not only did their love survive and strengthen, but it was able to transfer from the Delta to where they call home. And once again, cutting out most of this because I'm overcome. But to Cam Cora, we love you more than ever, and it lifts our hearts to see you here today. And to the LSR and Bunker families, thank you for sharing these two people with us during those years. It made all the difference. Thank you.
I charge you both, Cora and Cam, as you stand in the presence of family who love you and all these friends who adore you, to remember that love is the essence of human experience. In its power, we are drawn out of ourselves. Our personalities are brought to fulfillment, and our lives are made most meaningful. All significant experiences are of concern to the community in which we share. Two people in love do not live in isolation from the wider embraces of humanity. To achieve love is not to be absolved of responsibility to neighbor, nation, others, the world. So it is that the institution of marriage is ordained as a public recognition of the private experience of love and as a sanctifying of both persons to the greatest purpose. Marriage symbolizes the intimate sharing of two lives, yet the sharing must not diminish, but rather enhance the individuality of each partner. A marriage that lasts is one which is continually developing and in which each person is individually developing while growing in understanding of the other. Deep knowledge of another is not something that can be achieved in a short time, and true understanding of the other's feelings can develop only with years of intimacy. This wonderful knowledge of another person grows out of loving the other so much that one wants to understand completely what the other is feeling. Love makes it possible to share not only joys and successes, but also the burden of sorrows and failures. To be accepted in this way is a priceless gift, because this awareness gives us strength to live with our problems, failures, and fears. Marriage, as the intimate sharing of two lives, also enhances the distinctiveness of each partner. We must give ourselves in love, but we must not give ourselves away. It is out of the tension between separateness and union that love, whose incredible splendor is equal only to its incredible fragility, is born and reborn. I'd like to invite Mark up, who's going to share a reading.
Cam and Cora asked me to do a short reading. They didn't take my advice on which one to go with. So I think you'll probably enjoy this one much better. It is, you can hear me in the back, please. A little bit louder? Now you can do that. It is the union of you and me that there is light in the sky. It is for the union of you and me that the earth is decked in dusky green. It is for the union of you and me that night sits motionless with the world in her arms. Dawn appears, opening the eastern door with the sweet murmurs in her voice. The boat of hope sails along on the currents of eternity toward that union. Flowers of the ages are being gathered together for the welcoming ritual. It is for the union of you and me that this heart of mine and the garb of the, I need larger glasses, in the garb of the bride has proceeded from birth to birth upon the surface of this ever-turning world to choose the eternity.
Today we witness and celebrate Cora and Cam's marriage. Parts of this celebration will be big and loud, but in the quiet of this very special occasion, we pause to give thanks for the rich experiences that have brought Cora and Cam to this point in their lives. We are especially grateful for the values which have enriched them, shared by those who have led them, nurtured them, and guided them along the way. We are grateful for the values which they have developed together, values with unwavering commitment to family and friends, and especially unwavering commitment towards each other. We are grateful that within them is the dream of a great love, a love that will guide them to create an amazing life together, a life that will endure the best times and the challenging times. And now, as they make their promises to each other, may they make them with an open heart and embrace the meaning of these promises. May this be the beginning of a relationship that grows and matures with each passing year. And may each day continue to have the wonder and joy that they have today.
You two are going to exchange a couple of vows.
For the past 6 years, I've had the privilege of living my life with you. I had arrived in Mississippi intending to carve out my own path in life, to do something good. But on a fateful day at the Grove, my path crossed with a beautiful, cool girl who would become what was good in my life. We went on to have the most fun times together. The experiences we shared were nothing short of euphoric, and I fell in love with you pretty fast. It wasn't hard to picture a future with you, but I couldn't predict how close we would become. During the best times, your love has shown me that all I need to be happy is to be with you. During the hard times, your love never wavered, and it showed me how love isn't always about what we provide for each other. It's about what we create and share together. The loving embraces on bad days, the good company during lonely times, the thoughtful words when we're feeling down, the silver linings of love. What amazes me is that for every good memory we've had, there are countless more that are yet to come. I love you, Cora. Sometimes I'll look at you just to take in your beauty, and I can't help but move in for a loving embrace because I feel the luckiest. I feel like I'm the luckiest guy, knowing that you'll melt into my arms every time. Knowing that I'll be able to get lost in the moment with you for the rest of our lives is the greatest gift of all, and I want you to know what you can count on me for. I vow to love you through whatever changes are ahead. Thick or thin, I will always be with you. I vow to make you happy, to pick you up when you're down, and make you smile when you least expect it. I vow to defend you from harm, be it through words or actions. I will always protect you. I vow to never settle for okay between us. I will do my best to always make you happy and proud when you think of us. I vow to support and care for you and our family for as long as I live. It's with no hesitation that I commit my life to you. With a heart full of love and warmth, I vow to be your man, your friend, and your husband. I love you.
God, how do I follow that?
6 years ago on September 3rd, You turned around in your oversized jean shorts and your Muscle Beach Venice tank top. And my first thought was, okay, this dude. And then later that night, we were still hanging out. And my next thought was, why am I still hanging out with a husky? And then a few months later, we were sitting on a couch in Indianola on an early Saturday morning. And we were the only ones up. And you just started talking with me, and we just talked about life. And I talked to you about my grandparents and everything that I loved and was special to me. And I knew that day that something was different because I had feelings that I'd never felt with anybody before. And then a few months after that, I made one of the best decisions that I've ever made, and that was to stay in Mississippi to be with you. And whether or not I've admitted that that was my first reason for staying in Mississippi, I knew it was. And I've fallen more in love with you every week, every month, every year that we've been together. And here's why. I love you because your passion runs so deep. I love you because you laugh louder at your jokes than anybody else in the room. Most of the time before you even get the joke out. I love you because you keep me on my toes while making sure I feel safe. I love you because you teach me that everything doesn't have to be perfect. And I love you because you're just my best friend. So here are my promises to you. I promise to love when you sing nonstop at 5 in the morning, or in the shower, or when I'm sleeping, cooking, when I'm on the phone. I promise to keep you company while you're throwing shot put, and I'll pause my reading to film you when you need. I promise to actually listen to your invention ideas and only tease you when they're a little bit funny. And the most important thing is I promise to take time to slow down and enjoy life with you and Ruckus, because you constantly remind me that we just sometimes need to enjoy life. And that's one of my favorite things about you. I love you.
The circle is the symbol of the sun and the earth and the universe. It is a symbol of wholeness and of perfection and of peace. In this ring, it is the symbol of unity in which your two lives are now joined in one unbroken circle, in which, wherever you go, you will always return unto one another, to your togetherness. Please put the ring on the finger. And return and repeat both the ring. With this ring, I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
When life seems easy.
When life seems easy.
When it seems hard.
When it seems hard.
And when our love is simple.
And when our love is simple.
And when it is an effort.
And when it is an effort.
These things I give to you today and forever.
These things I give to you today and forever.
With this ring, I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
I promise to love you in good times and in bad.
When life seems easy.
When life seems easy.
And when it is hard.
And when it is hard.
And when our love is simple.
And when our love is simple.
And when it is an effort.
And when it is an effort.
These things I give to you today and forever.
These things I give to you today and forever.
May your mutually exchanged covenant be for you both again and again a source of happiness and life-giving strength. I now proclaim that Cora and Cam are husband and wife in the name of love. Let all people here and everywhere recognize and respect this holy union now and forevermore. Please kiss. So believe in what is yours. Believe in who you are. Believe in the richness and the power of what lies in the depths of what you share together. Amen. Friends, it's my privilege to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Elisara.